Hi YouTube. It's been super long since I filmed a video, but I have been wanting to film another one. I actually have lots of ideas for videos. I work a full-time job that's really demanding and super stressful. And I get the idea to film, and then by the time I get home, I'm so tired. But I actually have a couple weeks off. I just went to Disney World, which was really amazing. I went with my mom, so it was really nice to spend time with her. We live in different states, so I don't see her often. So I feel kind of bad doing the video I'm about to do today because I feel bad ranking some of my dolls lower on the list, but it's really fun. I love when other people rank all of their dolls and kind of talk about why they're where they are on the list. So here we go with ranking all of the dolls in my collection, which I now have 21. So we will start with number 21. This is Olive. She was originally a kit doll. I think she's number 21. I totally love her. I would never get rid of her. I think she's one of my original dolls that I redid a long time ago, like many years ago. And there's like red staining around where I painted her lips that no matter what I do, it just looks like a little kid that has like red staining, or they went in their mom's vanity or something and put lipstick on. I do think she's a really cool combination with this like auburn color hair and the super dark blue eyes that Kit had, which it seems like they don't really do this dark blue anymore, unfortunately. But that's Olive, and she is in 21st place. In 20th place, I have Iris, and I recently redid her. She was originally a Samantha Pleasant Company doll, and I put so many different wigs on her. She's had black hair, she's had red hair, she's had blonde hair, and finally I bought this, number 80 maybe? I forget what number this blue wig is, but I finally bought this blue wig with intentions of making a Coraline doll, actually. But when I put it on her, I just kind of fell in love with the way she looked as a blue hair doll. It's my only colored hair doll. But she was kind of like a little experiment. I gave her these pink lips, and I made this dress, I think just out of hot glue gun, out of like an old t-shirt I wasn't using. And she looked really funky and artsy with the red stockings, and I do like the way she turned out. But yeah, another custom of mine, Iris, in 20th place. In 19th place, I have Dagny. She's one of my newest dolls. She's a Caroline doll. Classic mold, super light blonde hair, which I love the color of her hair and her eyes. You really can't get a doll with this color eyes and this like very platinum blonde hair anymore. And I had wanted a Caroline for so long, and I was kind of just like scouring Mercari forever for her. Finally I bought her. I got her only, I think, for $55 with her full me outfit, which I thought was a good deal because it came with the hat and everything too. And sometimes you see the me outfit just for, $50 or whatever, so it's a good deal. But her hair obviously has been straightened, and it was super shaggy on the bottom, so I gave it a haircut. If you're noticing a trend, I guess it's the dolls that I try to fix up that are like the lowest on my list, because they're just, I don't know, they just don't feel as quality when I've redone them. Although I've seen other people's customs and they're absolutely beautiful. So, I mean, she's not really a custom. She came with this really dry, straightened hair, and I just cut it. The next doll I have is Harlow. I love the combination of Harlow. She was also a custom, so all four of the bottom places, 18 to 21, are all custom dolls. So yeah, I guess I learned my lesson not to try to change up the original dolls. This was a number 11, which, as you may know, is super hard to find. This like really pretty skin tone Addie mold. But her hair was really dry and crappy, but I still kind of wish I kept it. Her eyes are Molly's eyes. So I replaced her eyes and her wig. So she has the gray eyes, and she has this light blonde or this light brown wig. And she's kind of like my little flower child. I do really love her, but one of the eyes when I was replacing them has like a scratch on it, and I always notice it. So that's kind of why she's in 18th place. And also, do you guys have dolls that their neck is kind of like forward and they're like hunchbacked a little bit. Like no matter what I do with her, she's like a little hunchbacked. So that bugs me too. So that's why Harlow's in 18th place, but I do really love her. Next up, I have Felicity. She's my only doll that I got as a kid that still is intact and hasn't been revamped or customized in any way. I don't know, she's just my only OG, so I love her a lot. I also loved her stories when I was younger. I love horses too, so I thought it was really cool that she was a horse girl and really independent. I recently put her in this dress that's Melody's school dress, and then this is actually from one of Kirsten's old school outfits. And then these boots are, I think, probably Marie Grace's, maybe? And I thought it was like really colonial looking, this combination, so kind of an ode to her colonial historical character, even though obviously someone in the colonial days would never wear this. It's like a modern take on colonial style. 16th place goes to Miss Bristol. She's an original Pleasant Company Kirsten doll that I re-wigged, and I also gave her this like pale lip color. It still looks good. I mean, I don't know why this one worked and some of the other ones I tried to give a face-up kind of thing didn't work, but for some reason she worked. I think she looks really cute. This wig is great quality. It's been on her for, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years now. Hello, kitty cat. Hello. I do love her. Kirsten was probably my least favorite, actually, of the historical characters. She seemed too young in her books. I remember thinking she seemed like younger than the other historical characters in her books, like the way the character acted. So as a child, she just wasn't really like my favorite, so I never bonded, with the character the same way as the others. Okay, so this next one might surprise some people, because I know Kanani is a huge favorite. This is my doll Katya. I renamed her Yekaterina, which is a Russian name, and Katya is a nickname for it. So I love her. She's got the Jess mold. She was my first Jess mold, and I only have 2, so I love that about her. And I think the combination of the color of the hazel eyes and the hair with the skin tone is really gorgeous. But I don't know. Her hair to me is just too long. It's just very unnatural looking. I like the dolls that look like they could be real people, I guess. Like the last one I showed, also Bristol, her hair seems unnaturally too long also. And it's always just kind of like knotted. I actually sent her to the doll hospital, even though I bought her like pretty new. She was just like slightly used. But I thought if I sent her to the doll hospital, her wig would be better, but I got her back and it was kind of like the same. So that was kind of a waste of money. The next doll I have in 14th place in my collection is this doll, which is basically Corinne without the blue. I think she's 124 in the new revamped Truly Me line. She's the only doll I have with this face mold because I don't have Corinne. I do love the face mold. I think she's like stunning, and I love having a different Asian face mold. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's because her hair is so like straight. I never grab her as one of the dolls that I get like excited to redress or anything, even though I think she's so adorable and super cute. Her name is Nina, by the way, in my collection. And I do love her. Her eyes are like much bigger. Her eyebrows are really defined and just, they look very real, but her face mold, I'm not sure, it doesn't completely look like American Girl to me. Like it reminds me a little bit of the other 18-inch dolls that you see. But that being said, I think she's like stunning and perfect looking. So she's number 14. Okay, on to number 13. Made myself some tea. It's licorice mint, delicious. So number 13 is this beauty here. This doll's pretty new to my collection, and actually Mary Ellen was never a doll that I really was drawn to. I always thought her bangs looked weird, but I saw this one on Mercari and they had like part of the side bang already trained or brushed back this way. So it kind of didn't look weird to me anymore. I just don't like that like part where it side swipes. It just doesn't look normal to me. But with it back like this, I really love her. And I liked her when she came. I liked her even more than I thought I would. I named her JC. I think she looks beautiful in everything. I love how her hair is blonde, but also like kind of red, so it's like a strawberry blonde. And I just think she looks adorable in modern clothes and in historical clothes. And I love that she has so much blush on her cheeks. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but she has like a lot of blush on her cheeks compared to other dolls. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up if you don't have her, but yeah. So she just looks like rosier and more cheerful than some of the other classic mold dolls. I didn't love her movie or like her story all that much, but I really do love this doll. So she is number 13. Number 12 is Miss Ruby Katz. She's obviously a Rebecca doll. I can't believe that she's all the way at number 12, although I mean that's still pretty high on the list. But she really was my favorite doll for a while, so the fact that she's down at number 12 is kind of surprising. But I mean, your favorite dolls change from, you know, week to week, month to month, year to year. Sometimes you're just like kind of bored of one or just not as into their looks for whatever reason at that time. And that's kind of where I am with Ruby right now. I still love her to death. I think she's one of the prettiest dolls, especially of the historicals. But I loved her stories. I love that she's from New York City. I lived in New York City for many years, I think 11 years. And I have a ton of Jewish friends, so I love, you know, reading about the Jewish culture. And I just think she looks amazing in like every historical era clothing. I don't like her as much in modern clothing. I mean, she still looks fine, but I just think she stands out in these like super well-made historical dresses. So that's Ruby in 12th place. Okay, so I just went and counted, and I actually have 22 dolls. I don't know why I thought I had 21, but I actually have 22. So instead of refilming everything, I'm just gonna have a winner. So the first will be like first runner up, and then the winner will be just the winner. Okay, so number 11 is this doll here. Megan is what I've named her. She's an Yvette Peters doll. I like to use her as my 80s doll. I dress her in the couple of clothes that I have from Courtney's collection. I love her hair. I mean, I don't really put it down because it's just, I feel like down is just too chaotic. I'll do it down like this, but then I'll put like one little ponytail here or two. I love when she has like two little ponytails here. But I think she looks so cute with her hair up. I love her skin tone. I love the combination. She looks really good in like more sporty clothes, but she also looks really good in like funky 80s clothes too. So that's Megan at number 11. I'm gonna go count and then I'll say the right number for the next doll. So this is number 10. I think I was on point with the numbers, hopefully. This is number 10 in my collection. This is number 115, 15 or 13. Her name is Serenity in my collection. The reason that she's number 10 is because I would have thought she would have been number 1 a while ago because I like was completely obsessed with this doll when I first got her. The gray eyes, these gorgeous curly blonde wigs, like Goldilocks wigs. Just incredible, honestly, like an incredible doll. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I just couldn't come up with a name that I thought fit her well. And I kept changing her name over and over again. And for some reason, like in that course of things, I just kind of lost connection with her, or she seemed less like a real character. I really like coming up with characters for them. I like to write fiction. So it's just kind of like anxiety relief and fun to like come up with these characters for these girls. And for some reason, because I kept changing what I thought her personality would be like and what her name was, I just kind of lost as much connection with her along the way. But that being said, I think she's one of the most beautiful dolls that American Girl has ever released. I think she could have been a Girl of the Year. I think that would have been really neat if she was. So that's why she is the first one in the top 10, number 10, Serenity. Okay, so I know this is ridiculous, but I think I actually don't have 22 dolls, but I have 23 dolls. So I think what's happening is I usually write down whatever doll I get in a little note in my iPhone, but I think I forgot to write down the last few. So I was thinking I had 21, but I actually have more than that. So I'm just going to keep going with these numbers, and then the top 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 will just not have numbers. They'll just be winners. Okay, so I'm going with this as number 9. This is the brand new Isabel Hoffman doll. I came up with a much better name that hasn't been used by AG before. That really bugged me. I know some people are like, what's the big deal? But I don't know. There's just so many names out there. I just can't believe they reused both the names for Isabel and Nikki. But this is Embry. Her name's Embry Kate Kensington. She's my first Joss mold. I never really liked the Joss mold, and I was thinking I would never get one because I thought it looked kind of angry. But I don't really think that anymore. I mean, she does have the more expressive brows, but I don't think she looks angry once I have her. I mean, I always dress her in really friendly colors too. Her eyes are stunning, and she's brand new, so that's probably why she's ranking so high as well. I love her green eyes. I'm just so excited they released another doll that has Felicity's eyes. And she's different because she's a Joss mold, so that's probably why she's ranking in top 10 as well as number 9. In 8th place of the non-winning group is Gatlin. This is Gatlin Geneva. She is, number 118, I think. She's very unique because she's my only Nenea mold, so I love that about her. I love her hair. It's this nice like medium brown caramel color with like kind of blonde highlights, I guess. She looks gorgeous in historical and modern clothes. I really like the Nenea mold. I just never thought they'd release a doll that had the Nenea mold, so I was really excited about that. And I really like the Nenea mold with this light skin. Yeah, I don't know. I love her. Her wig is not my favorite because, I mean, I love the color, but for some reason it just feels not as, like, the synthetic. They changed the wigs when they released the new Truly Me, some of them at least, and, like, the feel is not as soft or something. But it does style really well, and it looks really good. I just hope it holds up. So this is Pandora Pippa Duffy, and she's one of my faves. She's totally beautiful. She came out with the lightest skin tone. She was the first doll with that, and I loved it. I love the red hair. I love the green eyes. She's one of only 3 dolls that I have with green eyes, but the other 2 that I have are the Felicity eyes, Felicity and Embry, which is the Isabel doll. So she's the only doll. Oh no, I have one more green eye doll that's coming up. That's right. So one of 4 green eye dolls in my collection. So I only have 2 dolls with this like more matte green color. So really pretty eye color. I love her. There's something, even though she's the Josefina mold and we have other red hair dolls, there's something about her that to me looks super, super unique. I know not a lot of other people think that, but to me she looks really unique. I also loved her storyline. I know some people didn't like that as well, but I loved the whole farm to table storyline and like the food intolerance thing. I just think sometimes the storylines don't have to be as extravagant as they are. That was a simple one, but really cute. And some of her clothes are like my style. Like if I had to pick a girl of the year whose clothes I would want, it would probably be Blair Wilson's. So, number 5 is Pandora. Number 7 is Coco. This is Coco Marie Granger. Her full name is Claudette Coco Marie Granger. She's Marie Grace. At one point, she absolutely 100% hands down was my favorite doll. I love her hair. I love her eyes. No one has the eye color of her. I wish they would release more dolls with this aquamarine eye color. I love her face mold, so unique. Well, now I have the other doll with this face mold too, but for a long time it was only her. She's a classic. Marie Grace and Cecile's books are my favorite historical books of all time. I adore New Orleans. I love their books, so that plays into it too. So yeah, number 7, definitely one of my favorite dolls, is Marie Grace, and in my collection, Coco Marie. Number 6 is Tasia. I don't remember what number she is. I want to say she's actually 80. I think I was thinking the blue wig was 80, but I'm pretty sure this is 80. So I'm really bad at remembering the numbers for the Truly Me's. But anyways, I love this doll. She has the darkest skin mold or skin tone, which I love. And her mold is the Josefina mold. Yeah. And she's got textured hair. She's my only doll with textured hair. But I think this doll looks so pretty in historical clothes. I love putting her in like Elizabeth's clothes, for example. But she looks good in modern clothes too. I really like her in pinks and yellows. I always want to play with her. I love styling her hair. It actually looks great in a ponytail, which I put her hair in a ponytail a lot, like a high ponytail, and it's so cute. In fourth place, I have this beauty, number 83. She's kind of like my other doll, Serenity, the number 115, but she came out before Serenity did. And her wig's not quite as full, which weirdly I sort of like. Like Serenity's is just can be a little bit bushy and like hard to make look super cute. Hers is like the perfect thickness. It's so shiny. She has those pretty green eyes. Oh no, they're hazel. Okay, so therefore Pandora is the only doll that I have with those matte green eyes. This doll's eyes are hazel. She's beautiful. I love the name I gave her, which is Liberty James. She's just stunning, and she is number 4 in my collection. Number 3 is a doll that I got used on Mercari and had no idea I would fall in love with the way that I did. I always wanted Elizabeth Cole, but she wasn't like one of my Grail dolls or anything, or I even wanted Caroline more than her. But I did always want her, but she was kind of like, yeah, I want her, but she's not like my top. I don't know. When I got her, I must just really like this Josefina mold with blonde, like the last doll, like Liberty, because I don't know. I was just really drawn to her when I got her. These like sky blue eyes, the blonde hair. Yeah, I just adored her outfit too. She came in her full meat outfit. Her hair was in super good quality. And she's kind of like my doll Bristol, which is the Kirsten that I redid, except I like her even better. So she is in third place, aside from the 2 winners. In second place is Grace Thomas, another doll I got used off Mercari. And funny enough, I actually didn't like her when she came out as Doll of the Year back then. I was like, oh, why'd they do this boring doll? You know, she just has the Josefina mold, brown hair, like whatever. But I can't believe how much I love her. I don't know how I didn't like her at first. Her hair is so unique. It's the only doll I have with this medium brown hair. I love the lighter streaks in it too. And I love the bangs. I have her hair in a little, I think she came with a braid right here, right? But I kind of put a little tie up there. But I think she looks so classic and like super cute. Like some of the dolls are beautiful, but this doll, Agnes, in my collection is just like so cute. She just makes me happy every time I see her. So that's why she is number 2. And drum roll, the runner-up as first runner-up, so not my top favorite, but runner-up, because my numbers were off, is this beauty classic Cecile Ray doll. Her name is Belle in my collection. Her hair's a little funky right now. Sorry about that. It's just ribbon. But let's take this ribbon out. Okay. So, yes, Miss Belle. I adore her. She is so unique. People are worried about her hair, but I love her kind of curly, a little bit wild hair. It's not hard to take care of at all. I mean, I don't do much to my doll's hair, as you can probably tell. I don't keep it like perfect, but I think when you leave it natural, it kind of gives them character and makes them look more like real people or something. I don't know. And sometimes I do redo it. Like I'll just finger curl the ringlets. She looks stunning in everything. The Sonali mold, she's the only Sonali mold I have. And I think she will just always be one of my favorites. She was my top favorite for years. So this is Belle in first runner-up place. Dun, 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 dun. These are the 2 winners that are my top 2 favorite dolls in my collection right now. So I'll start with this one first. This is Rhea. She's my only create your own custom doll. She's a Jess mold. She has the gray eyes, blonde hair. I think it's like medium wavy maybe. And she's my mini-me. I haven't had her that long, so I mean, how can you not favorite your mini-me? I don't know. I just love that they had the create your own. I loved creating my own doll. She's super special to me because when I was young, I always wished there was a Truly Me doll that looked like more like me with gray eyes and blonde hair and like a rounder face. So I love her. Rhea, definitely going to be one of my all-time favorites. And I've kind of made this necklace, which was from Cecile, into like her signature necklace. And I identify with the Ravenclaw house in Harry Potter. So she's got her little Ravenclaw sweater on. And I like to wear long skirts with boots all the time. So that's why she's dressed like this. It's just fun to have a little mini me. What can I say? And the other one that is my favorite doll in my collection right now is Queenie. She's the Claudie doll, obviously, the 1920s doll from Harlem. I actually lived in Harlem for a while, and I loved Harlem. So reading her book about the history of Harlem and what people there went through was so fascinating to me. I love her face mold. This unique face mold, it's kind of like the McKenna mold, but it's a little different. And I think she's adorable. I just love her wig. I love her expression. Kind of like I was saying about Agnes, like Agnes and Queenie to me are the cutest in my collection. Like not the most beautiful maybe, but like they make me the happiest when I see them in my whole collection. So that is why she is also tied for the winner. So here they are, the two winners, my two favorite dolls in my collection right now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to make another video real soon. Please leave comments down below on what dolls of mine were your favorites.